My street name is Saint. They call me Saint Hood. I've been out on the streets a little over 20 years. I've been downtown for 11 years now. When I first got down here, I started living at a camp over there by the Manual Hospital. But we wanted to, do something good, to get our community get together out here. We call ourselves a street family. So a lot of people would come up to me, and a lot of the kids out here, they started calling me Dad. So they were giving me that title because they value you as a person that they can go to as like their parent or their father. So I ended up taking on kids upon kid. I mean, I don't even know what that number grew to, but I want to say somewhere around 30. These kids are on the street. So look, somebody's got to help them. And there's a lot of rape out here. There's a lot of people trying to use drugs on kids to get them to do whatever, whether that be criminal activities or whether that be, sex or whatever, and I wanted to make sure that kind of stuff didn't happen. That was one of our biggest things. That kind of stuff is no-go. They started making the right decisions for themselves.
Right.
I just gave them those options because I always believe that you don't take somebody's ability to make their own choice. They are a human being. They're an adult technically because they're out here on the street. They don't have their family no more. Their families did whatever. Tell them to go away or whatever. So, but like I said, I always give people those options. They have to be able to make their own choices for themselves. If they can't do that, then they aren't valued. When you can go and touch that person and talk to them and get to know them and get to a person with them, and then those people start feeling actual people. A lot of us out here don't feel like people. We're devalued out here because we're the underbelly of society. A lot of us, we go to those levels that we shouldn't go to. And, death, drug addiction, being inside of an institution, because of the law. Those kind of things happen to us. And that's because we don't do the right things. We don't make those right decisions. We have to be there for each other's backs. And quite honestly, the love that I carry for myself, I give it unconditionally to every single one of these people. And I try to help them to do the same things so that we start actually helping each other. So we start actually doing those good things for each other. None of us had a family, a true family. And now we do. A lot of us are vets out here. A lot of us went to school and became nurses and stuff like that, but they lost their jobs. We've had doctors out here. I was a diesel mechanic, a cook. I was a chef for a while. I was a business owner. It's those kind of things that wreck us, and then we're finding ourselves in some of these tents. My biggest message to everybody out here on the streets is that I love every single one of them. And there's different levels of love. These people, they're all my family. And that's why I came up with the idea of street family. We're all on the street. We sleep next to each other on the same concrete. So every single one of these people are my family.